Well, hello, it's March the 5th, 2023. It's a Sunday evening, and I enjoy finding out about wild edibles, wild medicinals, and this is one of them I'm working with today. This is plantain or plantago, and this leaf has a long history of use topically. They would the different members of this family, plantain, plantago. I believe this is plantago lanceolata, but the leaves would be, you could clean them off and chew them to make a wet poultice and put it on insect stings, put it on burns, rashes, irritations to help relieve it. You can make a tea out of it, and it's used to treat several things internally. You can look that up yourself. I won't go into the full discourse on all the uses, but I got these out of the yard where it's going to be they're going to be trampled anyways, which plantain does like, compacted soils and lightly traveled areas, but collecting these up so I can share them. So they have a very shallow root system, especially when young. And I was just taking this tool here, and I was just kind of running it, up under them and popping them up. Could have used a little shovel trowel, but that's just the first thing that came to my hand. And the soil is still moist from some rains we had. And so all I do is I got these little pots of potting soil, and I will pull these leaves all up. It's hard to do this one-handed. Okay, get them out of the way and put them in that divot I've made in the soil. And then we'll be just fine. So again, here's an even smaller one, and I'll make a divot in the soil. It's just that simple. You can actually harvest the leaves and eat them as a food, as a green. But mainly they're used for their medicinal purposes. These lanceolatas, the leaves aren't as big. There's another form that's more well known that I haven't found in my area here in Northeast Texas, although that's not saying it's not here. And by the way, this one looks terrible because I actually pulled it up yesterday and forgot to plant it just a while ago, so it should come back around. These little herb plants are pretty tough, but there is one with larger leaves that you can get more use out of. But if you're foraging here in Northeast Texas, the little rosette style plants, the little seed heads are a telltale sign for these. And if you'll look on all the varieties of plantain that I know of, let me see if I can get it here. The ribs on the leaf run all the way down from the base. You see that? Let's see. So you got these running all the way up from the base. A lot of leaves, you'll have the center on a lot of plants. You have veins running out from that. The plantain will run all the way from the stem area down here, the veins in the leaves. Let's see if we can get another type of leaf. See, most of your leaves will do like that. The veins that come off of the central stem. And just showing you a couple different kinds of leaves here. So plantain is pretty unique in how the veins run on the leaves. So that's a pretty good telltale sign, along with the seed heads, the rosette formation. You're pretty safe with if you have all that, you're pretty safe with identification on this herb. I'd encourage you to look them up, do some research on plantain. It's kind of like one of my other wild herbal plants I love is the mullein plant. And I've done the same thing. I've got some of these out of the yard this spring. Very soft, velvety plant. Got a lot of uses, especially in the respiratory treatment of respiratory ailments. But and because of the velvet, it's also called cowboy toilet paper. Use your own imagination on that one. But anyways, I encourage you to get out and do some research and do some looking around, see what kind of wild herbals. This is stuff that our forefathers depended on, knowing about this stuff before they had the drugstores and what have you, and learning about some of these wild plants that in some instances do as well, or a lot of instances do as well or better than some of the man-made drugs that we've come to, and store-bought remedies that we've come to depend on. So just want to show you that today, and I've got what's that, 8 of them I've potted up today, and hope y'all are having a blessed Sunday. God bless.